Members, this Prime Minister is not worth the drugs, disorder and death. Open access to meth and fentanyl is killing Canadians. BC parents are terrified that children will step on dirty needles on soccer fields. Nurses are breathing in fentanyl smoke as they treat patients in hospitals. On May 21st, Parliament will vote on our motion to ensure this extremist drug experiment is never repeated. Will the Prime Minister vote to reject expansion and prioritize treatment and recovery? Yes or no? Well, after 9 years, Madam Speaker, it's on them, and they have to do something about it. The Liberal leadership race is well underway, I see, and it seems like the new guy is just like the old guy. Mark Carney testified at the Senate, and surprise, surprise, he announced his support for this Prime Minister's failed carbon tax. Carbon tax Carney couldn't commit to cutting a penny from the Prime Minister's reckless spending. These random Liberals really have a lot in common. If carbon tax Carney won't, and this Prime Minister won't, will someone over there have Canadians' backs and axe the tax?
Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, if we're going to talk about having Canadians' backs, let's talk about the work that we're doing to protect the environment while making the life more affordable for them through the carbon rebates. In fact, if you look at economists, and over 300 economists have signed a letter stating this very fact, Canadians receive more on average through the rebate than they pay through any carbon pricing. In fact, in Ontario, the average family at the end of the year has $300 more through the carbon rebate. I'm listening to the economists, and I'm seeing it standing up and having a backs for Canadians.
Honourable member for South Surrey White Rock.
Well, I'm listening to the parliamentary budget officer who says the exact opposite to what that member just said. Inflationary budgets destroy the working class with high interest rates. After 9 years, mortgages, down payments, rents have all doubled. 90% of young Canadians are stuck in housing hell with their dreams of home ownership shattered. Those who do own fear they can't qualify for renewal. Mortgage delinquencies are up 50% overall, 135% in Ontario, 62% in BC. This is
All Parliamentary Secretary.
Once again, if the member opposite wants to talk about what the parliamentary budget officer said, he said 8 out of 10 families end up with more money at the end of the year through the carbon rebates, through the carbon price. But also, if we're going to talk about protecting homes, at the very moment that houses were burning in Kelowna Lake Country from climate crisis fires, wildfires, that member was opposing the carbon price. The carbon price that actually results in a third of our emissions.